Beneath the burning Arizona sun, as dust spiraled like ghosts of the frontier, rancher Caleb, Hunter never expected that one decision, just one moment of mercy, would change the entire rhythm of his quiet, lonely life. But that morning, when he opened his ranch door and found a fainting Apache woman leaning against the wooden frame, clutching a torn satchel and whispering for help, he had no idea destiny had just stepped into his world. Her voice trembled, her eyes shimmered with exhaustion, and yet she carried a strength that made the desert wind pause. And when Caleb carried her inside, letting her rest in the safest place he owned, his own bed, he didn't know that the frontier itself was about to test his courage, his heart, and every ounce of compassion inside him. The woman's name was Naya, an Apache fugitive, not by crime, but by survival. She had escaped a raid, lost her family, and wandered through the wilderness carrying nothing but memories and a hope too fragile to speak aloud. Caleb had seen hardship before. He had lived through cattle stampedes, winter storms, and long nights of loneliness where silence echoed louder than thunder. But something about the way Naya breathed softly in his bed, safe for the first time in weeks, unlocked an emotion in him he had long buried. When she woke, she stared at the wooden ceiling, confused, until she saw Caleb sitting by the fireplace, polishing his rifle only to keep his nervous hands busy. "You let me sleep in your bed?" she whispered. Caleb nodded slowly, shy as the horizon at dawn. "It was the warmest room," he said, "and you needed strength more than I needed comfort." Naya smiled faintly, soft, grateful, innocent. No tension, no impropriety, just two hearts recognizing the safety they both longed for. She told him her story, how she ran from danger, how war shadows followed her tribe, and how she didn't know where to go next. Caleb listened with the quiet patience of a man shaped by long sunsets and longer battles with solitude. As the sun dipped low, turning the land gold, Naya stepped outside, touching the wooden railing of Caleb's porch with gentle reverence. "You saved me," she said softly, "and people like me, we don't get saved often." Caleb lifted his hat, embarrassed. "Anybody do the same?" "No," Naya said, eyes warming. "Only a man with a good heart would." And in that simple sentence, Caleb felt something he hadn't felt in years: purpose, belonging, connection. The winds of the desert carried long notes of destiny. And somewhere deep inside, Naya felt something else, a future forming, soft, safe, possible. She looked at Caleb with a glow of hope. The story of two lost souls had only begun, and the frontier was ready to watch. What came next? The following days brought a calmness Caleb never realized he missed. Naya helped around the ranch, not out of obligation but out of gratitude. She brushed the horses, whispered to them in her native tongue, making even the most stubborn Mustang lower its head with peace. Caleb admired her connection to nature, her calm strength, and the quiet resilience she carried like a hidden flame. One evening, after they fixed the fence line together, Naya stopped near the corral and watched Caleb with gentle eyes. "I've been running for so long," she said, "but here, for the first time, I feel like I've stopped." Caleb swallowed, trying to hide the warmth rising in his chest. "You're safe here," he assured her, "as long as you need." But Naya shook her head softly, not in doubt but in resolution. "No, I think I'm meant to stay. The spirits kept me alive for a reason. They led me here." She placed a hand gently over her heart. "I feel life here, a new beginning." Her words weren't romantic. They were spiritual, hopeful, and pure, an expression of finding home after losing everything. She stepped closer, speaking with a shy courage. "You opened your door to me, gave me rest, gave me a place to breathe again. A woman who finds safety in a man's home believes her future can grow there." She smiled warmly, innocent and grateful. "Get ready, Caleb. We're building a family here. Hope, life, and new beginnings. That's what I meant. Not babies of flesh, but babies of healing. New life, new purpose." Caleb felt a weight lift from his soul. He finally understood. Naya wasn't talking about motherhood. She was talking about rebuilding, planting roots, restoring everything the frontier had taken from her. Together, they rebuilt her spirit. Together, they restored what had been broken. And together, they began shaping a quiet, peaceful life on the open frontier, two hearts finding home not through romance, but through kindness, healing, and shared strength. As the sun set over the ranch, painting the sky with gold and crimson, Caleb tipped his hat toward her. "Then let's build that new life," he said softly. Naya nodded, peaceful and hopeful, the desert wind wrapping gently around them, blessing a future shaped by compassion, not fear. Their chapter closed not with drama, but with warmth. A warm, safe, family-friendly ending, strong enough for a Western audience, pure enough to honor every rule.